What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Man, I told you all about this guy. I told you all about LeBron James for years. And now that the pressure is on, that public veneer that he's been wearing for years is starting to slip. And the real LeBron is starting to come out. The narcissist, the megalomaniac is emerging from the shadows. But I could always see it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, shout out to Ticket TV, because he's the first one I saw talking about this. On Instagram, I believe it was, LeBron James, after one fucking day, hasn't even been a full day. All it's been is one morning of criticism from his performance. One morning of criticism from ESPN and Fox Sports about the Lakers. Do you know what this motherfucker does? He takes his ass to Instagram and almost talks of himself in the third person almost. Talks about how he's being taken for granted. And just to hold on, kid. Talking about himself. Like giving himself a pep talk on social media. Oh my God, man. This guy is such a megalomania. The difference between a narcissist. See, a megalomaniac is when narcissism goes completely unchecked for years and it blossoms into megalomania. That's a person that begins to think of themselves as a god. Not a mere mortal, but a god. And everyone else are peons and peasants. And they cannot stand criticism in the least. They cannot stand criticism. Look, everybody has some level of narcissism. Some level. If you're an athlete, you have some level. You think you're the best, the greatest. Yeah, there's some healthy levels of narcissism that's allowable. But all the great athletes, when they got criticized, they were at least well-rounded enough to take it and use it as inspiration to be better. Whether you're talking about Magic, or Michael, or Larry, or anybody, any sport. Not this motherfucker. This is partially why I went from being the biggest LeBron James fan 10 plus years ago. Jesse Glad-Sagick, one of my longtime subscribers and associates on YouTube, can confirm that. I used to be a big LeBron James fan. But one of the things that started turning us against this guy was the fact that, you just start seeing like a lot of traits of this guy that were bad. He could not take criticism. He couldn't take it. When he was getting criticized on ESPN, he would secretly call certain people to try to have these personalities fired. He would ruminate constantly why this person is saying this about him. Why don't you love me? Why are you saying this about me? Who gives a fuck, LeBron? Fuck them. Okay? But what bothers me the most about this guy is he could care less about his teammates. All he cares about is what his legacy is. And the thing that really gets me about this dude, the shit that burns me is, bro, one fucking day and you bitching? How the fuck you think Russell Westbrook felt for an entire year? Well, all you could have did was step up and stop this shit in its tracks last year. You let this shit boil over to the point where this man's reputation was destroyed. You had a whole fucking fan base pretty much hating him. and you did nothing about it. But he has a history of this. Remember when Danny Green missed the shot and he was getting death threats from Lakers Nation and LeBron fans, and the only thing LeBron did was defend why he threw the pass? He don't give a fuck, man. Whether it's Mario Chalmers, whether it's Chris Bosh, whether it's J.R. Smith, whether it's fucking Kyle Kuzma, it's always somebody on his team that gets thrown under the bus. And some people say it's not LeBron's fault. Fuck that, it is his fault. Because he has the power to stop it, or at least stymie it, or stifle it to a great degree. But he won't do it. Because it benefits him, because it keeps the heat off of him. It keeps the heat off of him. Never mind the fact that he also, in my opinion, I think most people agree with this, has a lot of people in the media, Clutch Sports affiliated, and they're out there to write all of these nice articles about him and to put out this propaganda, this pro-LeBron James propaganda, to put out there to the masses, to rewrite history. This is shit that you've seen in dictatorships, where the person that comes out in power totally rewrites history, removes people from history, and tells an augmented history to a gullible people who all of a sudden believe a fucking lie. Just like Joseph Stalin made it seem like he was arm in arms partner with Vladimir Lenin, when in reality, Lenin was closer to Trotsky. Now, I don't want to go into a history lesson here, but I'm just saying, it ain't that much different what this motherfucker been pulling, man. But a lot of people are starting to open their eyes and see what this motherfucker's all about. Who are you talking about, LeBron, when you say somebody, or people are taking you for granted? The Lakers did everything possible for you. All these Clutch Sports clients being signed. Even the fucking head coach, and I didn't know this until yesterday, Darvin Ham's a Clutch Sports client. 6 Lakers right now on the roster are Clutch Sports clients. Numerous Lakers in the past, KCP and Montrezl Harrell, Lonzo Ball, right, are still Clutch Sports clients. I guarantee you something else. Eric Bledsoe just got into legal issues, right? Watch how ESPN drops talking about this shit after a couple of days, because he don't get protection, because guess what? He's a Clutch Sports client. You won a championship, bro. And you're the one that brought Russell Westbrook over there. You're the one that had people scratching their heads, and it's like, why the fuck is he bringing Russell Westbrook over there? Because you want to prove some narcissistic point that you could win where Bradley Beal and KD and James Harden and shit, who else? Paul George, could not. You wanted to prove that you could win with him. And the minute that it went south, now all of a sudden it's everybody else's fault. You're an unaccountable, narcissistic, fucking disgrace. And for you to get on social media and pull a pout fest, man, this dude is a clown, man. That's why people don't have you as no GOAT, man, because you a mentally weak ass dude. Come on, bro. You can't deal with criticism? You can't deal with 4 hours of criticism. Magic Johnson in '84 was already a what? 2-time NBA champion? And let me see, 2-time NBA champion, I believe was a 2-time Finals MVP. And in the '84 Finals, Magic Johnson got exposed because the Boston Celtics figured, you know what? We're going to stop Magic from driving. We're going to make him beat us by shooting jumpers. Magic was a great player, but his weakness the time was that he was not a jump shooter, not a good one, and that got exposed. Not only that, Magic uncharacteristically had turnovers late and made bad decisions late, which was uncharacteristic of him. They called him Tragic Johnson, the media. Tragic Johnson. Magic took that as motivation. He worked on his game. He was better come 85. And they won a championship. By 88, 89, Magic had a jump shot that you had to respect. He used that as motivation. This dude right here, as long as you kiss his ass, he's fine. Constructive criticism, matter of fact, the same criticism any other player gets, he flies off the handle. I think too that he's mad because Shannon Sharp was pressured to tell the truth for once. So it's all good, LeBron, when Russell Westbrook is on a low light reel, being humiliated. But when you're on it, oh, this is too much. Man, fuck this dude, man. Hope Lakers go 0-82.